everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Change Happens with Stacy and a special series, Stacy's Kitchen. Tonight we're going to be bringing something yummy to the table. It's easy peasy in a rice cooker. So I have several ingredients ready for you. This is something for all the busy folks out there that you're juggling your job and taking care of your family. So I've said it before, if you don't already have a rice cooker, I really suggest you invest in one. You can do so much with those. So tonight we're going to feature a variety of grains, carbohydrates. We're going to have a nice veg and we're going to have a great protein. I'm starting off with my carbs in my rice cooker. So as you can see, I've got my ingredients ready for you. Here's the rice cooker. I've got my water ready to go. I've already measured out my grains. So I'm using white rice and then I'm using quinoa. How many of you have tried quinoa before? Well, you can see that this particular quinoa has different colors. Quinoa is a seed, comes in reds and blacks and whites. And it originated, if I'm remembering right, in Peru. It is just yummy. It takes on the flavors of whatever you add to it. So here's the particular package that I'm using. Earthly Choice Organic Tricolor Quinoa. For those of you that are wanting to know the nutrition content, here it is. Once it's cooked, a quarter cup has 160 calories. Fat 2.5, 27 carbs, protein 6 grams, and that's in a quarter cup. A quarter cup of white rice, once it's cooked, is about 51 calories, so you can kind of go from there. You can see the seasonings I'm adding. We love capers for that briny, yummy, salty goodness. Some black pepper, some parsley flakes, some garlic salt. I'm going to be adding a little apple cider vinegar, a little olive oil, and I do have some. So here we go. Rice cooker open. Spice. S for Stacy. S for Stacy. I'm dumping in all of the capers, yes. And we're gonna do a splash of apple cider vinegar. Believe it or not, it already, you can just smell all those delicious spices. Now that everything's in the cooker, giving it a quick stir, bam. Now all I have to do is close the lid. That was a cool blooper. Close the lid, and then we come here and we just hit white rice, and voila, it is just gonna do its thing. I love that. So while it's cooking, I'm gonna start getting some other things prepared, and you're gonna see this whole meal come together. The grains are all cooked up. Can you see down in there? Look at that. So the quinoa and the rice went together. And you can see those capers. Those are some extra large capers. Now in a saute pan with a little olive oil, I've actually browned up some ground turkey. Because I seasoned the rice so much and some of those seasonings have salt, I have not added additional seasoning to my turkey. That's just my preference. But look at what I am gonna add. I'm gonna get this cheese, mild verde, and we are gonna add some of that. It's a yummy tomatillo-based salsa. And I'm gonna add a couple heaping, look at that. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with the dunk method. I'm just gonna pour some in there. That's how I'm gonna season this ground turkey. A little healthier option tonight than red meat. So I've got this, and now I have my peppers ready to go. So I cored some green bell peppers. I have a mixture of Colby Jack cheese because we really like that. I put some nonstick in my pan, and yeah, they're stuffed in there a little bit so that they don't flop over. Now I'm just going to layer this dish. I'm going to put a little cheese down in the bottom, just like that. Just a little. Now, here we go with a layer of grain. A nice spoonful. We're going to squish that down. Spoonful over here. So that I'm getting roughly a 1/4 cup of grain in here on that layer. Now in comes the meat. Just going to add that turkey in there. Woohoo! That's looking so good. A couple scoops of turkey right into those peppers. So that we're getting roughly 3 ounces of meat into each pepper. I'm going to top off with a little bit more of my grain. Another nice scoop into each. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Want a nice healthy scoop with some capers there. A little bit more on top. Oh, that is looking good, right? Now we gotta finish the top off with a little cheese. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And we're just gonna slide this right in. It's gonna get all yummy and melty. Cannot wait. 350. Can't wait to see how good this turns out. Bon appetito coming up. Stay tuned. And here we go. They have just come out of the oven. Look at that. Looking so good. Some Latin inspired stuffed peppers, good Latin spices. We've got the capers in there, some nice cheese. This is going to be delicious. Let's just slice into one and see. Now, you might want to do something a little different, especially like if you're doing more of an Italian style. This is, like I said, kind of like a healthier version of a burrito, since I'm not supposed to eat gluten. Look at that. Yum. Can't wait to dig in. And here we go. They have just come out of the oven. Look at that. Looking so good. Some Latin inspired stuffed peppers, good Latin spices. We've got the capers in there, some nice cheese. This is going to be delicious. Let's just slice into one and see. Now, you might want to do something a little different, especially like if you're doing more of an Italian style. This is, like I said, kind of like a healthier version of a burrito, since I'm not supposed to eat gluten. Look at that. Yum. Can't wait to dig in. It's going to be so good. For me, I'm going to sprinkle a little hot sauce on there. The girl doesn't like things too spicy, so I tried to make it not hot, but flavorful. Hope you like it. Enjoy. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to drop in the comments your own version of stuffed peppers so that I can try your technique and your tips. Thanks for sharing your recipes. Thanks for sharing your comments. As always, I appreciate your support, and Bon appetito.